Hello and welcome back to Inquisitor Martyr. Last time we went to a station owned by one of the most well-known families for traveling through the space in the region, and they were under attack by word bearers, the Chaos Space Marine group, and they were looking for this book that I found, and it details a system that Captain Van Winter knows nothing about, but Caius Thorn knows about it and suggested to simply forget it existed and to never go there. So, now that we're back, we have to talk to Captain Van Winter about this mysterious system.
We have updated the navigational charts with the currently traversable routes to the Argatha subsector.
Good.
Don't leave just yet. You have message from the Conclave.
On behalf of the Ronieli Navigator House, we want to acknowledge the work you did to secure the data vaults. With thorough consecration protocols, the place can serve its purpose again. We have also received your report on the destroyed word bearers and the Warp Folio. We know you are eager to follow the trail to the Gwylad System, but we must strictly discourage you from pursuing this line of investigation. Even on your clearance level, I cannot divulge more information. But rest assured that there is no immediate threat. Good work, Inquisitor.
The Lord Inquisitor is right. As I've told you, the Storm Watchers keep an inventory of the forbidden places in the sector, and the Gwylad System is one of those.
But you can't tell me why.
Alas, no. It is confidential knowledge, privy to our Grand Master only. But these warnings have been passed along for generations for a reason. We must heed them.
Let me reiterate the facts for you then. We have the word bearers ransacking a Navigator house for a secret Warp Folio, which leads to a lost system in the subsector, where they intend to unleash some sort of vengeance. If this doesn't merit an investigation, what does?
The star system is not on the charts, and you don't even know their exact destination in that system.
I had the tech priest use all the information from the Warp Folio. I'll spare you the details about extrapolating real space positions from immaterial tangents.
I see. He deciphered the exact coordinates from the warp data contained in the folio.
And now you have a location.
You want to ignore the warnings of the Lord Inquisitor?
I respect the authority of the Conclave, but I am an autonomous agent. The only power above me is the secret will of the Emperor.
Alright, let's go to the Gwylad System.
The place looks abandoned. Even the emergency systems are down.
It was to be expected. You are in an extremely ancient military outpost. I strongly suspect that it used to belong to the Adeptus Astartes.
Interesting. Which chapter?
I have no idea. According to the tech priest, the logs have been scrubbed clean, and the automatic systems just transmit a jumble of incomprehensible hymns.
It surely fits your gloomy legends nicely.
There must be a reason why this location has been deleted from all archives.
I restore the power first, then we will see.
So this is an interesting little place.
The automated servo skulls have been corrupted. That is a definite sign of chaos infestation.
A forbidden system with an Astartes station just long lost.
This must be the Great Hall. Battle Brothers used to gather here to feast and celebrate the glorious victories. There should be a terminal nearby where you can turn back the power.
You were right, Thorn. This was indeed the Great Hall.
By the Emperor, look at the statues, Inquisitor. Look at them.
What is this? Are these Stormwatcher statues?
They are. This outpost belongs to my chapter. This is simply unbelievable.
It it is. How could you explain that one of your former fortifications has become a forbidden ruin?
I couldn't.
Why would your Grandmaster keep the existence of this place a secret?
I don't know, Inquisitor, but I am willing to find out. Let me join you down there.
Patience, Thorn. First, I need to confirm that this is indeed a Stormwatcher outpost.
I have no doubts about this. And if you can find a terminal connected to the central data vault, you will see that I was right.
I like how they even recolored the models so that it is easy to tell it's a Stormwatcher station. And these guys, as you can see, are gore forged, which are, like all this stuff, it's DLC, but it's a unique appearance and a unique, like, enemy, so to speak. I haven't seen anything for new DLC for this game yet, which is kind of surprising.
Cleansing shots fired.
I do like the flamethrower guys that properly explode. It's a minor thing, but I think it's neat. Incredibly annoying when you're fighting them usually, but...
Purified. I've found the blasphemous symbol of Khorne in some sort of a battle arena.
Blasphemy! Disgrace! Who dares defile our sacred halls?
Soon we'll know, I guess.
And we got Bloodletters! We're still missing Slaanesh and Tzeentch though, so... there's at least 2 more factions they could add if they don't want to include Necrons, Tau, or anybody like that. Whenever I see Bloodletters, I just think of Space Marine. Makes me miss that game. I feel like of all the games that let you play as a Space Marine, it was the one that really got the feel right. No, we got special Khorne Space Marines, the Void Ripper Berserker.
Target locked. One mystery solved. It was the cult of Khorne that turned your blood-soaked shrine of destruction.
Warning. According to the thrice-blessed ethereal instruments, increasing fluctuations have been detected in the warp. The pattern shows correlation with the motive force dispersion caused by battlefield casualties.
Let me translate this for my uninitiated mind. The more blood is spilled, the weaker the veil becomes between the real space and the warp.
Imprecise assessment, but correct on a basic level.
So, if I keep on killing the servants of Thorn, I risk some significant warp manifestations. Splendid news.
Phenomena filed away for later research.
See, stuff like that I think would make for really cool mechanics in like an RTS. You know, you pick your faction, you know, you pick Chaos, and you're like, oh, well, we're a Thorn worshipping faction. You get this bonus, and it becomes like either a currency or every death there's a additive chance of spawning a random demon, and then once it happens, it reduces by an amount or something, just to hammer that home. But I fear that would be really snowbally, because then all you'd have to do is launch just tons and tons of just trash tier guys. You could make it so it's like, oh, well, when a trash tier guy dies, only the lowest form of Thorn demon can summon.
I cannot believe that these savages found our abandoned outpost and holed up there.
Don't joke. You said that you found you guilty of heresy.
But I mean, that's... even if the ability is unbalanced, you know, you can always balance it. Nothing is truly unbalanced forever. You just have to be willing to stick to your guns. Unlike games like League of Legends, where I've seen the same character buffed, nerfed, buffed, nerfed, buffed, nerfed, just back to back on updates.
Eradicated.
I do like the Skull Takers. I think those are pretty cool. They definitely give an interesting enemy to fight. It also helps that it seems like Thorn demons just always die in a huge bloodstorm, which is pretty cool.
Target acquired. Eradicated.
One thing too is, like with these cultists, how they're gore forged. You could do that with every faction. You could have what is effectively 5 versions of cultists being like, oh, here's Chaos United, Kornzinch, Nurgle Slanesh, and having a little bit of a visual change.
I've reached the terminal with access to the data vault, but I have company here.
It would be interesting. I definitely think 40K RTS games have a lot more potential than people give them. I think one problem is they have very linear campaigns, and that's one thing that keeps people interested in stuff like Total War Warhammer. Because, you know, I can play the vampire counts and then be like, well, I want to play as Vlad von Karstein. I want to play as Helman Gorst. I want to play as Manfred von Karstein. I want to play as can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. The Lich Master who summons the skeletal remains of a former Khorne berserker that turns out has part of Nagash in it. The guy was a base game character, and I just cannot remember what his name is. Because he leads the Barrow Legion, but regardless, you know, you can play the same faction a multitude of ways, and each time it's a different encounter. And you can do that with every faction. You know, everybody has their own little goal of domination, or wiping out a group, or getting this thing or that thing. But you go about it in a different way, as opposed to every 40K RTS, where it's just like, yep, do mission 1, 2, 3, 4 to the end, and then you're done and get out of here.
Fascinating. This outpost used to be an important military base for Stormwatch expeditions, left abandoned for millennia.
Inquisitor, new sensory data disproves your theory.
What are you talking about?
Sensors are picking up gradually increasing life signs from the lower levels, as if individual life forms are returning from deep hibernation.
Waking up from hibernation, like the Space Marines with their membranes.
Bioscanners are identifying genetic markers shared by our Stormwatcher specimen on your bridge.
Did you hear that, Inquisitor? The Chaos Filth couldn't penetrate the secure levels. My battle brothers must be down there, in deep hibernation.
It is just a theory. Calm down, Thorn.
I must go down immediately.
I'm heading back to the ship. We'll talk about this before anyone would descend.
And that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.